Hey guys, welcome back to FVSD Life. My name's Banwin. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on the new recommendations regarding sodium valproate. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And for next week's video, I will be telling you guys another health update, which is nothing to do with my stomach, but it's still another major one. And let's get right into it. Before I even get started with talking about the articles or reading them, I just want to quickly say, if you wish to stop taking sodium valproate or any kind of medication, please seek advice from your prescriber. And also, there are so many names for sodium valproate medication. I had no idea. I've only heard of Epilim and Depakote. So I've actually found a whole bunch of other brand names for it. So these are the 5 main ones that I found: is Diazantil, Epilim, Epicenter, Epival, and Depakote. Now I've probably butchered the pronunciation. First, what I'm going to be doing is reading an article from a newspaper. I don't know the date that it was released, but the title of it is "Rules Tightened on Epilepsy Drug That Cause Birth Defects. Pregnant women will not be prescribed an epilepsy drug which causes lifelong disabilities and deformities in children, unless no other treatment is possible," the regulator has announced. Since sodium valproate was first licensed in 1970s, as many as 20,000 babies have been affected. 4 in 10 of those are born to mothers who took the drug have learning disabilities, autism, or developmental problems. An investigation by the Sunday Times this year revealed that the women were still being prescribed the drug while pregnant, despite repeated concerns raised about the dangers of the unborn babies. Some patients have received pills in plain packets without required warning. Now the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, or MHRA, have announced a crackdown on prescribing these pills, which were given to tens of thousands of people living with epilepsy, migraines, and bipolar disorder. In many cases, women were told that it was safe to take during pregnancy. About three babies a month are still being born after being exposed. From next year, no patient under the age of 55 will be starting on valproate unless 2 epilepsy specialists independently agree it is the only suitable medication. Patients currently taking the medication should similarly have their prescriptions reviewed by 2 doctors and be switched to an alternate where possible, the MHRA said. The restriction also applies to men and boys too, because emerging evidence suggests that it may affect male fertility. Other studies have indicated its effects could be passed on to future generations. Now, there's a whole bunch of other information in this article, but that's just pretty much the rundown. So I know you're all probably wondering, but you can't believe everything you read in papers. You can't just go off on what one article has been said, but I've actually got some other information which is going to back it up. This is from the gov.uk website, and I'll actually leave the link in down below because this is a huge bit of information. But the story, this was actually published on the 12th of December 2022, and this is from the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, or MHRA. and is called Update on MHRA Review into Safe Use of Valproate. Valproate is approved in the UK to treat epilepsy and bipolar disorder because of the known risks of birth defects and neurological disorders following the use of valproate in pregnancy. Valproate should be used in women of childbearing potential if a pregnancy prevention program is in place, which include a requirement to use as effective contraception. Valproate should not be used in female children and women of childbearing potential unless other treatments are ineffective or not tolerated. In light of concerns that the current regulatory requirements for safe use are not being consistently followed, the MHRA conducted a review of the available data and asked for advice from the Independent Commission on Health Medicines, or CHM, which has listened to the views of patients and healthcare professionals. The CHM has advised that no one under the age of 55 should be initiated on valproate unless two specialists independently consider and document that there is no other effective or tolerated treatment. CHM has advised that these measures should apply to people under the age of 55 because this is the age group evidence suggests is more likely to be affected by the risk of valproate when taken during pregnancy and the potential risk of impaired fertility in males, and the possible risk of impaired fertility in males, which is thought to be reversible upon dose reduction or discontinuation. The possible risk of impaired fertility in males have been in the product information since 2011 should be discussed between patients and doctors as part of the informed consent process. I am beyond pleased and happy that they have finally said that it shouldn't be prescribed to people of up to the age of 55. Honestly, I'm so happy. As a young woman with fetal valproate spectrum disorder and a young woman who was almost prescribed sodium valproate, the news is incredible. It really is, honestly. I mean, in a perfect world, sodium valproate would not be prescribed anymore, but I do know a group of people that it does help. But yeah, I'm just so happy about the changes. I really am. I mean, for those that don't know my whole story, I've actually been a campaigner for so many years. I'll actually give you guys a full story of my experience in a video, because I've done quite a lot of stuff, but I've actually been campaigning with a whole bunch of with some women, also at some charities, and I've also attended the MHRA on numerous occasions. But yeah, the knowledge that they finally changed it, it's unfortunate that there had to be a death for them to suddenly go, oh, this isn't really okay. But yeah, the knowledge that they're actually saying they're actually putting down with the males as well that's for me, that's probably the best bit, because we've always had our suspicion that we've known for a little bit that it caused issues with male sperm, but that they actually put it down in the documentation that actually it causes infertility issues and that it could be reversed. It could be, there's a potential. It didn't say it definitely does. There's a potential, but this is incredible, honestly. I mean, this is something that's, I'm just really worried that what if some professionals don't follow these new rules? What if they go, don't worry about it, we'll still keep dishing them out. I mean, when I was young, it was given out to like Smarties. When my mum was young. When my mum was young, they dished out like Smarties, and If you had a seizure, boom, bump it up 500. But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that health professionals and prescribers and the NHS actually listen to these recommendations. But yeah, I'm just really happy that it's finally happening. But yeah, I mean, this is incredible news. I feel like this is the start of something new with the changes. It's gonna hopefully make hopefully because of this, it will mean there'll be more education with fetal valproate spectrum disorder as well. Because in a perfect world, every single doctor would know what fetal valproate spectrum disorder is. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. For next week's video, I'll be giving you guys another health update. It's a worrying one, but I'm really happy that finally something's been done about it. And yeah, I will see you all next week for next week's video. Alright, bye you guys.